Gosh, Nancy as a teacher is something I could go on a long time about. But if I really think about what makes her unique, because we've got a lot of good Bowen teachers, but if I think about what makes Nancy unique for me, she's extremely clear. The clarity that she has with her hands, with her words, and her explanations, that's important for the way I learn. So I find her clarity. One of the reasons I seek her out, really, as an instructor, is to get around that clarity. I can watch her hands, and then my hands know what to do. To me, she's got a real gift to be able to answer a question without seeming very rigid or real dogmatic. Her clarity extends to how she treats us as students in her class as well. There's a lot of respect there, but there's a lot of give and take. She's also real clear in her corrections, but I never feel, how do I say this without, maybe a poor choice of words, but she doesn't punish in her correcting. Her corrections are invitations to improve, is probably the way I would say, the way I feel about being in class with Nancy. So. And let me tell you one other thing I really like about her. I get information and explanations from her that are really good for using with my clients, because many of us come in here with some background, or we've been studying Bowen a little while, and we have some familiarity or knowledge maybe with alternative ways of health, but my average client doesn't. My average client is a person that comes in, they're hurting, they have a life, it's very full. They don't really want necessarily to educate themselves about alternative care. They just want to get well. And I think we need to have answers for their questions too that aren't esoteric answers, that don't require a lot of study on their part. And I get those kind of answers from Nancy. So I get stuff that I can use, or answers that I can use with my clients, not just good training for me. I have always had to travel to my Bowen classes. And sometimes the travel's been driving, which is one way of going. Sometimes it's flying. Sometimes it's a combination of things. Taking a class here feels different. From my standpoint, the logistics are not so difficult to handle here, with the fact that we can come to this one spot, and once we've found it, we're here. That's a relief to not be stressed over where do I find any of the services that I'm going to need while I'm in a class. There's also a nice dynamic I'm seeing within the class. Now, this is my first experience here in Gravette. I'd like to come back. It's such a good dynamic that the people are, because we're together, we don't have to all leave to go find lunch or leave at different times to get to different venues. There's more chance to interact with each other. And I also think that we've got perhaps more opportunity for an energetic interaction, for lack of a better word for it, with each other. I said to somebody just a few minutes ago, this house has good energy, and it's a pleasure to be in a place like that. I don't know about you, but I've been in a lot of hotel rooms that have really bad energy, and most conference rooms have not great energy to be in, so it's nice to learn in this. Plus, it's beautiful, so how can you miss?